Update 34 is a controversial update. I've seen everything from it's an okay update to people claiming it's the worst update Deep Rock Galactic has ever received. Some people are saying that Scout got nerfed into the ground, and others are saying Scout is even better than ever. I think if we can take a step back and look at what the weapon balancing did to each weapon, we can then come to an agreement on whether Scout is in a better or worse place now. I want to start with the Deepcore GK2 in this video, but if you check out the next video, you'll see whether the Scout's M1000 Classic was nerfed as well. I think this approach makes sense, right? If the Scout's weapons or most of the Scout's weapons got buffed, the class itself got buffed. If the Scout's weapons were mostly nerfed, then obviously the class got nerfed. I feel like I'm putting a target on my back by saying this, since it seems like I'm the only one saying it, but I think Update 34 is actually a pretty good update. I've got an entire video prepared on why I think Update 34 is one of the best updates we've gotten since 1.0 launched last year. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss that. When looking at the 3 changes made to the Deepcore GK2 in Update 34 here, I think we can all agree that the Deepcore GK2 was buffed. The base max ammo being increased, even if just a little, makes every build you can run a little bit better now. The Overclocked Firing Mechanism overclock was also buffed ever so slightly. I think it could still do with that recoil penalty being lowered some more though. Right now, one magazine of ammo will deal 238 damage per second. For 0 recoil penalty and everything else in the build being the exact same, you can run the Bullets of Mercy overclock and deal 236 damage per second, even when you sacrifice 5 ammo from your magazine with Bullets of Mercy. Once you add a status condition like on fire or electrocution from Scout's IFG grenade, Bullets of Mercy outperforms Overclocked Firing Mechanism. The difference is about 20 damage per second, but it's pretty easy to proc this bonus, and there's hardly much of a penalty for Bullets of Mercy. That 2 times recoil penalty is significant compared to losing only 5 ammo from your magazine. I do understand that you have 100% uptime on the damage per second you get with Overclocked Firing Mechanism, but the penalty just feels a little too high still when you put it side by side with Bullets of Mercy. And then the Electrifying Reload overclock was also buffed a smidge, but it's always felt too gimmicky to use. It honestly should just be a clean overclock with no penalties. So where does this leave the Deepcore GK2 build meta? I think it's largely going to stay the same it's been. We'll probably see some Overclocked Firing Mechanism overclocks in rotation because of the 100% uptime and its penalty being reduced. Just run the Battlecool mod in tier 5 to counteract that recoil penalty, and you'll shred through enemies without needing to apply any buffs or debuffs. The increased max ammo buff is about another magazine's worth of ammo. It helps in the Deepcore GK2 versus M1000 Classic battle of what is the better Scout primary, but the Deepcore GK2 is still just a little bit behind the M1000 Classic. Still, the GK2 is in an incredible place right now. All of its clean overclocks are great, Overclocked Firing Mechanism and Bullets of Mercy are pretty equal in damage per second, even though OFM has a bigger penalty. AI Stability Engine is an overclock that many people have swore by for a long time now, and will enjoy the extra ammo the base weapon got. Only the Electrifying Reload overclock doesn't feel like it's in a great place. Not because of Update 34, but just because it's too gimmicky in my opinion. Let me know what you think about the Deepcore GK2 now, and what builds you're running on Twitter or in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel for more free content like the best Deepcore GK2 builds to use. Thank you to those of you that check out and support me on Patreon, and thanks for watching.
This whole world twice, if I could be a